Hey everybody, welcome back. This is episode 43, and we are going to start off today's episode having a quick look at we've just finished doing a whole bunch of copper bars, so we are going to turn that into bronze and start making our upgrades with it. I think I remembered the upgrade that I actually wanted. Now, the main one we're looking at doing is making another fermenter, so that we can have a couple of meads going at the same time. We're going to need plenty of meads in the future, so I kind of want to make sure that I've got two of them so we're not having to wait every couple of days for the first batch to be finished before we can put another one on. But the other upgrade that I couldn't remember for the life of me over the past few days was the pickaxe, the bronze pickaxe we've got. And the reason I want to upgrade that is so that it's got a higher durability and lasts longer before we have to come back and repair it. So yeah, obviously it's not... There are other benefits to upgrading your tools. I think with the pickaxe it obviously does more damage to the thing that you're mining, but the thing about the swamp is that you'll have noticed with the muddy scrap pile, we don't have to sit there mining away at one block for a few swings before it breaks. They all break with one swing. You can break multiple blocks at once, so it doesn't matter about the pickaxe's damage, it's more the durability that's the important part. So yeah, that's the other upgrade that I wanted to go for, at least until we get an iron pickaxe, of course. We had also, at the end of our previous episode, finished making our first upgrade for the cooking pot. So we now have a few more recipes to build. You'll notice it when we run past the cauldron. There is a bunch of herbs and spices hanging above it, a little spice rack. That's our first upgrade. It was a bit of a pain to try and hang it up, but we got it in the right position and it's not in the way, so we're not going to be having to move around it and stuff like that. It's just, he's hung right above the fire, so don't think it would last very long in real life if you had your spice rack right above a fire. Anyway, we're going to turn all these copper and tin bars into bronze and get on with upgrading our pickaxe. We are also going to need some core wood, as we needed that to build it. I think it's core wood and bronze bars we need to upgrade our pickaxe. I'm going to do at least a level or two with it. I don't want to use all of the bronze that we've made from this from that gathering session we did. Obviously we need 5 of it to make the fermenter as well. We've got bronze pickaxe. Perfect. Our pickaxe is now level 2, I believe, which should give it a much higher durability. Just going to pop the rest of the bronze in there as we don't have enough for another level. And we've got plenty of space for another fermenter. We could actually put another 2 in if we really wanted, although I don't think 3 is very necessary, but I suppose we could if we wanted to. There we are, pickaxe level 2. Okay, there's our spice rack hanging above the cauldron. So here's our first one, the black soup, blood bag, honey and turnips. We've also got quite a few meats actually. Sausages, the main one that I looked at yesterday, and the muck shake, which is another new one which gives you quite a decent amount of stamina. You've also got turnip stew as well, which is another stamina food. Muck shake obviously gives you more, but you do need the ooze, which drops from blobs, so picking up the ooze from blobs is a pretty good idea. Gives you a decent amount of stamina from that bonus. There we go, let's make a few of those. Sadly with those you only get one of them. So 50 stamina food, 16 health. Lasts for 20 minutes though, so it's not the greatest amount of time length when it comes to food, but that's not too bad. 20 minutes is okay, I suppose. Okay, just pop all these back in the chest. There's some muck shakes. And sausages is 4 entrails, 1 bit of boar meat and 1 thistle. And you get 4 sausages from making them as well. That's one of the reasons why it's my favourite. It's also a 55 health bonus, which I really like. There we are, sausages. What we did was we cooked 3 of them, and we've got 12 sausages already. And with entrails, we've got plenty of entrails, so we should be able to make some more. Yep, there we go. Entrails are the item that drop from Draugr when you kill them. And obviously with the swamp you'll notice we've killed plenty of Draugr already, so we'll always have a decent supply of those. It's another one of the reasons why I wanted a boar farm, so that we've still got a decent supply of boar meat. And then with thistles, they're easy to find. You can find them in 2 or 3 different biomes. So you can get plenty of thistles as well. So sausages are just economically a really good food type to have. There we go, we've got some pretty decent level food now. Should be on about 150, 160 health in total once we've eaten all three. And then should be on about 100 to 150 stamina as well. So it's a pretty good level of food, this. We're definitely going to want it for the swamp as well. As you've seen, we've died a few times already and it has been quite dangerous. So having a higher health and stamina will make life a lot easier. Okay, just having a quick look at some of the new upgrades we've unlocked with iron. We've got quite a few forge and crafting table upgrades to make. Got some new decorative pieces and some new building pieces as well, which is quite good. Okay, we're just going to quickly repair our tools and armor. Probably going to head back to the Black Forest, gather a few items that we need. But first of all, I'm just going to make sure that we put another round of copper and tin on. Now, you might have noticed, if you haven't, I completely forgot to mention at the start of the episode, we did also build our new boat in the last episode. So that is our longboat. It's the large one in the middle of the two of them. We kind of had to awkwardly place it in between the both of them because there wasn't enough room with the crafting table to get it anywhere else. And yeah, I'm currently deciding whether or not we sail that back to the swamp to start our farming session over there, or if we take it down and carry it through the portal. I think sailing it back would probably be a better option. It will take us some time, but it will also allow me to kind of showcase that boat and how to sail it and stuff like that. It doesn't change in any way in terms of sailing, like the mechanics and stuff from the Carve. Pretty much exactly the same. It's just faster and a bit more cumbersome and obviously a bigger boat, so you do have to be a bit more careful when it comes to avoiding rocks and stuff like that. But it does also have a massive health bar with it as well, so it does take a lot more punishment than the Carve would. I would be more confident at this level taking on a Sea Serpent rather with this boat rather than using the Carve. Okay, I think when we go back to the Black Forest, we're actually going to focus on getting a few more Surtling cores. Just because we've only got 2 left, so we're not going to be able to make any more portals just yet. And I do want at least one more portal for when we start the iron farm in the swamp. Because I make use of a portal that I haven't actually set it up yet. So with portals, I always try and keep one blank portal in our base. When I say blank, I usually just call it home or base or something like that. Something with a simple, easy to remember tag. And I don't have a second portal for it until it's actually needed. I might have mentioned this in a previous episode. When you're out and about exploring, especially if you're going to new biomes and stuff like that, it's always good to have that portal set up and then to have the materials for the second part of that portal in your boat or in your inventory, just so that if you run into any sticky situations, or if you say need to repair, need some food, or if you find some good items and your inventory's full, you can always just like park your boat on the shore, put the portal down, quickly pop back through it, drop your stuff off, repair, sleep, food, all that kind of stuff, and then go back through to where your boat is. And I also use that when we start mining in the swamp. I usually build a portal up at the top of the entrance to the swamp crypt where monsters can't get to it, so it can't be knocked down. But then it also gives you a way to quickly go back and repair whilst you're going through the dungeon and clearing it out and getting the iron. So yeah, we're going to need some more settling costs for that. I know we found a couple of crypts in this Black Forest biome, so we're going to quickly explore these, although we are currently getting our butts handed to us by about 1 million Grey Dwarfs, and that is a 1-star brute as well. He is a big old boy. Look at the size of him. Glowing red eyes as well. Slightly, it isn't like his colour system hasn't really changed from being a 1-star. Certainly a lot more aggressive, but I wouldn't say is that more dangerous. Our shield is doing a very good job there. We are currently using our banded shield. I know it looks a lot like our wooden shield, but it is bigger and does have that iron centre, that core to it in the middle. I'm really regretting that we didn't actually pick a decent colour scheme for it when we built it, but oh well, we'll survive. Some blueberries, we'll grab these while we're here. We are going to need them for the muck shake recipe. Thistles, here we are. I'll get some thistles for sausages. Oh, there's some more carrot seeds there as well. Might as well grab them. More seeds. There's another skeleton tower. I wonder if there's any skeletons next to it. Doesn't look like there are. Sometimes you can find those towers and they're kind of half destroyed or half fallen down. They won't have any skeletons there. Oh, there's a skeleton. I'm guessing there must be a crypt nearby. Yep, definitely. I think we just stood on top of the entrance. Here we are. Just quickly mark this one on the map. Looks like a really small mountain attached to this Black Forest, like a really small one. Don't think there's going to be very much on this one. Can just about see it popping up on the mini-map. There's like a tiny little bit of it just north of the crypt marker. We're just spending a bit of time in this Black Forest exploring as well. I think one of the main reasons we came here was obviously we do want some of the settling cores, but we also want to explore. We also want to get some more of the basic materials, like we desperately needed some more blueberries as well. Some thistles, obviously for sausages, stuff like that. We just kind of need some basic things from the Black Forest. And seeing as though this portal is right here, this biome is right here, and it's unexplored. And it's quite a large one as well, actually. I'm quite impressed with the size of it. We can get plenty of what we need from just a quick run around. Plus we can also see what else is here, if there's anything else we've missed, like anything important. We are pretty much done with the Black Forest in most of it anyway. We don't really need to spend much more time here other than just gathering basic stuff like fruit and veg and seeds and stuff. And the main reason we'll keep coming back to the Black Forest now is just settling cores. We're going to need lots of those. Obviously, if you wanted to be a bit more minimalistic in your portal usage, you could always take down defunct portals that you no longer use and reuse them for different areas. But the only issue is if you put a portal up, let's just say you finish the mountain and you don't think you're going to go back there, but your main mountain portal is on a mountain that's very far away from your base. You could take it down and reuse it for the plains or the Mistlands or even the Ashlands, but the issue you're going to have is you're going to have to go through that portal with a boat and sail back from there, or have another way of transporting back. Sailing is pretty much the only way, because obviously once you've taken that portal down, you can't then go back through it. So it's a bit of a pain. Plus, I prefer having portals to the different biomes and different areas of biomes so that we can pop back there for any reason that we need to. And there are reasons to go back to older biomes later on in the game. So one of the items we'll get from killing the swamp boss will enable us to come back to places like the meadows and the swamp and stuff for other little bits and pieces. I will try and showcase those once we've actually got them. So there is some good uses for future things, and there is like good reasons to come back to older biomes. So I just like leaving the portals up. Plus, there's plenty of, as you can tell from this little exploration already, there are plenty of burial chambers in the Black Forest, and you can get plenty of Surtling cores. And you don't even need to do that. You could just camp one of those flame jets in the swamp and continue taking down the Surtlings when they spawn. So when you've killed the Surtlings that are around a flame event, you can come back in a day or two's time and they will have respawned, so you can just keep farming them. It's just that they have a low chance of dropping the Surtling cores, so it's not a viable way, at least for me. If I want a decent amount of Surtling cores, I'd rather just go to a crypt, or a burial chamber, rather than trying to farm them, because you could kill 10 of them and not see a single one. Oh god, that is a lot of Grey Dwarfs. That's like an army of them. I bet they were fighting some skeletons in that tower. If anything, there's a lot of good reasons to come back to the Black Forest. Just thinking about it there as well, seeing as though we're exploring one. Grey Dwarfs as well. Obviously with portals you need Grey Dwarf eyes, and because they take 20 for 2 portals, you know, you're going to need to keep coming back in future and gathering more eyes from the Grey Dwarfs. So it's another reason. It's one of the reasons why I'm leaving some of these spawners up. Because I want there to be a healthy amount of Grey Dwarfs in a Black Forest biome, so whenever I need more Grey Dwarf eyes in future, I can just come here, especially at night time, and just gather them. Gather them nice and quick. Looks like we're getting pretty close to night time, as you can tell with the darkening light, and then the kind of... I do love that colour change though. If you look at our screen, you've got the blue on the left hand side, and then it kind of orangey yellow on the right hand side. It's so nice. Okay, I think because it's getting close to night, we're going to head back now. And we didn't actually gather any Surtling cores or go to any burial chambers, so I was completely wrong trying to guess what we were doing there. That's my mistake. We will do it at some point, or we'll probably just take down one of the charcoal kilns, as we've got 2 charcoal kilns and 2 smelters. We don't need that many, so we'll probably end up taking one of them down to get the cores back. I think we were just doing a bit of an explore and a gather session before we head off to the swamp for our big farm of iron. We're going to have to remember not to do this in future. We have to realise that when you try and quick stack things in the valuables chest, all of our potions are in there, so all our potions keep getting taken off our hotbar and shoved in the chest. Go, replenish the coal, grab all the tin. I'll quickly dump the tin in here. There we go. We've got some more. We've got some copper ready as well, so we can easily smelt that. We can easily turn that all into bronze. We've got much more left. Yeah, we've still got plenty of tin to do, so we'll crack on with that. Okay, we've just filled up the smelters and the charcoal kilns for another round. We're sleeping through the night to skip past them all. We're pretty much done with the smelting. I'm almost done with the smelting of the copper and tin. I think there's one round left to do. We'll stick those on quickly before we start looking at going back to the swamp on day 55. Now the bees are pretty much done as well, so we should probably harvest those. Do that now. We are going to continue on with the coal burning, or the wood burning to make coal. Obviously, as we're going to need a lot of it for when we've done with the iron. Seems like burning wood and turning it into coal is something that you're pretty much doing non-stop in Valheim these days. Although I will say that as you get later on into the game, you don't need as much coal for a lot of stuff, so it does become less of a requirement, which is, I'll be honest, is quite nice. It means you don't have to keep going out cutting down boatloads of trees. Okay, there's 6 bits of ore in each, so that means we need 12 coal in each. I know that some of you must be thinking that the smelters is the one thing that I'm very, like, precise over. Like, I don't keep track of how much coal and wood I stick in these. You know, sometimes these will have smelted or burnt a few bits of wood, and then I'll top them up again. I don't really keep track of that. It's more when you're putting, like, how much coal I need versus how much ore I've got to smelt, and working that part out. And then if I have one smelter's got less ore in it than the max amount, then I try and work out how much it needs rather than just filling it up full. It's just so that if you ever do take your smelters down, it then doesn't explode into a bunch of coal and ore as well. Extra things to carry. This is our new chest, the reinforced chest. We can't make it yet, but I would... well, technically, we might have a couple of iron pieces to make 1 or 2 of them, but we are getting to the point where we're going to want to replace a lot of these chests with them. Pretty much every chest is getting quite full. Yeah, there's 1 iron bar left, so we can't make those even if we wanted to. But we are going to turn these bars into bronze. And got 18 of them, that's not bad. That'll do us for now. 27 tin left. 25 actually, because we still had 7 of them left over. Could do the bronze mace, but I don't think it's really worth doing it right now. We are going to grab a bit more coal wood and do another upgrade on the pickaxe. Again, purely for durability. Don't really need it for the actual damage it causes to blocks. And then when we get to the mountain as well, the bronze pickaxe is useless. So it's I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 upgrade levels isn't too bad. If you've mined out the copper and tin for it, then yeah, I'd say go for the upgrade levels just to save yourself some time when it comes to mining out the iron. But don't waste a whole bunch of time doing it if you're close to the mountain, as yeah, you can't use the bronze pickaxe on the mountain, so it becomes effectively useless. At least for that part anyway. We are just going to quickly stick an extra chest down here. We're going to put all the prepared food in it and other stuff that we could eat straight away, just so we've got some space. Because we're probably going to gather a few more things before we actually need those iron chests, but we're getting close to them. Sorry, they're called reinforced chests. But we are getting close to having them soon, because a lot of these chests are getting full, or nearly full, and yeah, as soon as we've got the iron, as soon as we've got plenty of fine wood for it, we'll definitely start replacing most of these chests with the reinforced ones. Some of them we might even be able to condense. Instead of having 2 chests, we can just have the 1, because the reinforced ones really are that much bigger than the standard wooden ones. Okay, we're going to knock this smelter down and get our settling cores back. Okay, we're at 135 coal, that's not too bad. Okay, what have we got? We've got 15 of these birch seeds. Yeah, I was incorrect. I think in our previous episode I was umming and ahhing about whether or not I actually had some birch trees planted. I think we did plant some. We did originally plant some when we first started making our garden and planting our first carrot seeds. But I think we also harvested those trees as well. Can't remember when we did it or what it was for. But I remember, I think we harvested them, so we did originally have like a little birch tree orchard out here. You can see I'm leaving quite a significant gap between each of the saplings when I plant them, and trying to keep those saplings away from anything like rocks and any stumps or anything like that, because we want them to grow. If you do accidentally plant a sapling next to, say, one of these rocks or a log or something that's going to prevent it from growing, you can, if you angle your axe or your pickaxe properly, you can remove the thing that's stopping the growth, and that will help. It will let the tree grow. Alright, seeing as though these... Oh, there's one over there as well. Nice. Seeing as though this oak tree is right here, and we've got the elder buff, we're just going to pop it and chop this tree down. We're also going to eat some food, get our health and stamina up. There we go, acorns finally. Getting about 35 to 45 damage on the axe swing, which is pretty good. Still taking a few swings to chop these oak trees down. They are big buggers. They do require a fair bit of swinging in order to take them down. But we do get a good amount of... Look at all that wood. Brilliant. Fine and standard wood. We need both of that. And also we can plant these acorns right next to our little orchard, so it just increases the amount of fine wood we get per harvest. As we'll go after this big lad as well. We still have enough carry weight. Does that be chuckle how the trees shake when you hit them? Sometimes you can see like the background as well behind the leaves and stuff. They look like they're shaking as well. Oh, some more acorns. Look at that. Brill. I know there's a... Yeah, there he is. Like that stump was blocking the railing. I couldn't see him whatsoever. He was in there somewhere, hiding away, trying to be stealthy. Oh God, it's rolling away from us. There we go. Try and be careful with these large logs. They will hit a bit harder, and it's a lot easier for them to start rolling around. So yeah, do be careful when you're chopping these. You don't get accidentally hit by them, especially if they land on you. That is not going to be nice. Yes, we've got 2 oak trees. We've still got a few minutes of the elder buff, so we might as well get some more. A couple of these birch trees as well, so we'll grab these over here. More seeds, more fine wood, all good stuff for the cause. The cause of surviving the world. I want to take this as a little aside to mention something that I've been thinking of recently. So if you're watching this episode and you actually hear me talking about this, leave me a comment and let me know, because this is about 27 minutes into the episode. Yeah, so those of you who are paying attention, I have been thinking recently with the channel about whether or not I turn it into a purely kind of like a survival crafting game channel, because I've got loads of them on my Steam account that I've played them. I've played lots of them, but loads of them that I could potentially make a series out of. But it's also a genre of game that has a lot of other channels and a lot of other content being made for these types of games. So it's one of those things where it's like, should I, shouldn't I? I've got a whole Steam library full of games that I'd love to make into series, and I probably will. At the end of the day, the channel is going to be featuring content that I want to do just as much as what my my audience wants to see as well. That is, you know, it's both. It's a bit of both in a way. Like, I want to make content that you guys want to watch, but I also want to make content that I want to play. Like, I don't want to force myself to play a game that I don't like just because it's going to pull in views, you know, like views and subscribers and stuff. So, you know, it'd have to be like a very large amount of subs and views and stuff for me to consider playing a game I didn't like. But yeah, it's just something that's been on my mind recently. I've been thinking about the channel quite a bit, because obviously Valheim is pretty much the only content I'm putting out at the minute, and whilst I think it's doing quite well, I'm quite happy with the amount of views and the fact that I'm having some interaction with the audience as well. I'm enjoying that. Oh, there we go. If you can see that sapling to our left, not growing because that stump was there. I think taking that stump down should help it grow. But yeah, so I am enjoying the series. It's the only thing I'm doing right now. So I've been thinking, I have been playing a bunch of other games as well. I did play a bit of Baldur's Gate 3 recently, because I do love that game, and I would love to make a series on it. But it'd be a long series, and I wouldn't want to stop halfway or anything like that. And then, you know, there's a whole bunch of games that I could do, so Again, let me know how you all feel about it. If if there's any particular games people want to see or stuff like that, I'd be more than happy to start up something like a spreadsheet or a list, or maybe even do like a poll on a channel in the future of games that I could do series on and what people would want to see. Obviously, I'd wait until we had some more, a few more subs before we did that. But again, all of your thoughts and feelings on the matter are more than welcome. Right, anyway, back to what we're doing. So we've come back and we've now made our home portal. We're just going to call it home on the tag. Now this portal isn't going to have a second one put down, at least until we get to our next swamp crypt to start mining some iron, but it will be used for many other things in future as well, mostly for exploring and stuff like that. It's just one of those portal systems that we're going to have, and we are going to put these the materials for this portal. We're going to stick that in the boat, and we are going to sail back to the swamp. I think we might as well. There we go. Put our shield back on the hotbar. We're going to have to put the cultivator away as well. Who's attacking the boar? That's just another grayling. Okay, you come here. Go away. Got quite a few boar. We've replenished our boar amount from the shaman that took most of them down. Okay, I'm going to grab... Did we actually pick that up? No, we didn't. Try again. Right, 10 wood, thank you. Drop that there. Yeah, put the 10 wood in there as well so we can build the crafting table in order to build the... Why am I failing at this jump? Wow. Come on, it's just a standard sprint jump onto the raft. There we go. So yeah, sorry, we're taking the 10 wood so we've got the crafting table to build the portal as well. And I'll show you how, when we actually get there, I'll show you how I actually put the table on the roof. And because obviously with the actual entrance to these swamp crypts, you can't just climb up there. There isn't a staircase or anything. So obviously if there was a staircase going up to it, then monsters could get on there and attack our portal. So we're going to have to kind of build our own staircase. And I'll show you how I do that, that kind of staircase in order to keep it safe as well. Keep it safe, but also keep it in a way that we can climb it in a pinch if we're being attacked by anything massive. Okay, just do a mass repair. And we're also going to swap our armor set back. Now that we're looking at making some progression, we're going to be in the more difficult part of the game, so we're going to want our highest armor. We've got a high level of food as well. Pretty happy with our food so far. And we've got our weapons and tools upgraded, repaired. We are ready to go. We've got our portal as well. Let's just dump the cultivator because we don't need that. We've got our potions, our meads, our resistances and our health potions. So we are pretty much ready to go. And I think this is the point where I'm trying to decide whether or not I sail there or if I just carry things there and build the boat on the other side. I've grabbed some extra wood because we are going to need to build that mini staircase to get up to the top of the crypt when we build the portal on there. And here we go, we're going to set off. Now, I'm probably going to sail for about 4 or 5 minutes and then we'll probably end the episode because now's around about a good time. We've been going for just over half an hour. So we'll probably end the episode shortly, but I will start sailing so you guys can have a good look at the boats. I love that the wind is right behind us. But as you can see, one of the complaints I've had about sailing in the past was that when you've got the sail out full and the wind is directly behind you, the sail does kind of block your vision for the front of the boat, so you kind of have to keep angling your view to see what's in front of you. It's even worse with a longboat because the sail is bigger, but I do like that it's red and white stripes, and I love that it's all very thematic. But as you can also see as well, it's a lot faster. It's not going to take us anywhere near as long to sail there on the boat as it would with, say, the raft or the carve. Don't get me wrong, the carve is pretty decent in terms of speed, but the longboat is just unrivaled. At least until we get to the Ashlands and see what this next level of boat is. I keep seeing it hinted, but I've never actually seen the boat itself, so I'm really excited to try it when we actually get there. Just doing a quick double check to make sure we've got everything. For some reason the ocean is looking very misty right now. Well, it's technically the meadows. I haven't got my bow with me though. I'm pretty disappointed I didn't bring my bow with me, because if we saw any sea serpents, we can't take them on. But yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying this series so far. Didn't think I'd be able to stick to doing something for this long, especially considering this is episode 43. I'm quite happy that we've gone on for this long, and we've got plenty of episodes for the future as well. But yeah, I've been thoroughly enjoying doing this series, and hopefully we'll be able to continue going with it. It's very misty on the ocean today. Makes it difficult to see what's in front of you. Even more difficult to see what's in front of you. That's an island on our right hand side? Yeah, it is. A little spit of land, or is it one of those turtles? I think it's a turtle. Yeah, it's a turtle. You can see like the mini tree on it. You can always tell it's a turtle because it's got like lumps of rock, but it's also got one small tree on it as well. One thing I will say as well is, if you think this mist is bad, wait until you get to the actual Mistlands and encounter the mist they have there. You need a special item in order to traverse through it, because it's that thick you literally can't see anything. Like, you can barely even see your own character, it's that bad. Okay, just keep heading north, going up towards our swamp portal. Get ourselves set up for a big session of farming. We're pretty much going to fill, not all of the inventory for the boat, but we're going to fill a lot of slots. I want about 200 to 300 iron, if not more than that. But yeah, I think we're going to call the episode here. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. We've certainly made a bit of progression in terms of prepping for the next episode. So I will catch you in the next one.